Uh, was it something that you would have never accepted for Liberia, irrespective of how this would have been handled?
Brilliant questions. I will start with the last one. Joseph Parker and I had a conversation, and I have the proof of that. He sent me a message, I think it was March the 7th, say, Henry, we need to talk. I said, fine. We spoke for 1 hour, 7 minutes. And I told Joseph Parker, on that call, he was telling me about all the people who were shortlisted. And I told him, Jeremiah Kun is a no-go zone for me. If you pick Jeremiah Kun, I will withdraw my support. Let me repeat, there was absolutely no way I would have continued to support Jeremiah and Joe Walker with Jeremiah Kun as his running mate. Let me repeat this. Maybe people didn't hear it. There is nothing, even if Walker could play magic or could suddenly become Jesus Christ to bring my dead beloved mother back to life, I would have never supported Kun. The reason is very simple. The reason why I chose Boakai to do all of what I did for Boakai, you know why? I was fooled into believing that Boakai had integrity and really meant well. That's what I was fooled. So because I believed that Boakai meant well, and knowing Boakai's health condition, I knew that whoever became his VP, Robert, would become president in the first year or second year. I mean, I knew this was a dangerous idea. So my preference was Tier 1 Gonglo. That was my preference. And I made it clear to him. I said, I'm not a fan of Yombli. Yombli has no clearly defined political ideology or philosophy. Yombli is just somebody who Bromsky picked and told her to warm his seat, and she eventually became senator. But Yombli has never laid out any clear political ideology, and I'm driven by that. So Yombli, I'm not trying to put her down, but what's Yombli ideology? Has she ever espoused anything serious? No. So I told him my clear choice was Tier 1 Gongro. But I told him, if you pick Yombli, I will still support you. Even though Yombli is not my preferred choice, but I will still support you. But with Jeremiah Kun, I will withdraw my support. Then I came to Liberia on April 3rd. April 4th, I had a conversation with Waka for 2 hours. Again, I reiterated my position. You pick Yombli or anybody else, I will support you. Or you pick Jeremiah Kun and Prince Johnson, I will withdraw my support. Waka decided to do this. He cut off communication with me. Imagine if Joe Waka stopped talking to me, stopped talking to my political leader, who did a whole lot for him. Mr. Ure did a whole lot for Boakai, but it is for him to say, I speak for what I did. Everything I did for Boakai, all the money I raised for Boakai came from my end. Mr. Ure, all the money he gave Boakai came from his pocket. I raised that money, but Mr. Ure spent his own money. So he will speak to that. But he stopped talking to my political leader. He stopped talking to me. He stopped talking to Tilia Ure, who was one person who got some money from him here and there. And Joseph Walker cut us off. And you talked about the manner in which the whole running mate thing was handled. Let me tell you something. Maybe my party people would have accepted had Walker consulted with them. I want to repeat. Maybe Mr. Ure and Tilia would have accepted had Walker gone to them and say, oh, I want to go with Jeremiah Kun. I need your support. But Henry Costa, was going to resign from ALP if they had accepted to support Jeremiah Kun, I would have resigned. I mean, there is no way on God's earth that a Henry Costa can support a Jeremiah Kun who came from absolutely nowhere, who stands for absolutely nothing, who was one of the most corrupt lawmakers. All of a sudden, Jeremiah Kun became rescue too. Robert, I could never compromise for that. Maybe the Urians would have accepted, but not me. Not me. I would have never supported them. In fact, I was going to resign from the ALP had Benana and Tilia and ALP decided to go with Waka. Because for me, I don't do politics for what's in it for me. Because if I were A, they say, oh, Costa want money from Jawia. You know how long CDC people been wanting me? What's wrong with these people? Robert, you know how long CDC people been wanting me to be on their side? If our money I wanted, I would have joined them. You know why I'm active in the second round? is to ensure that the calamity called Boakai and the disaster called Jeremiah Kung and the danger called Prince Johnson do not befall this country. That is why I'm in this.
I listened, just a follow up. I listened to way back, and I just heard you talked about the ALP position. I know that the ALP did not issue a statement, official statement on their position as far as the VP pick and what have you. But there was an interview that Tilia did on Spawn, and there was this question about you and Jeremiah Cohn, and they asked her, what would be your position if this goes the other way? Who would you like to see pick as the VSB? And I think that interview was telling, just based off of your response. She said something about, and if she's watching, she can probably clarify. But she said something about how Jeremiah Cohn had not been in the trenches with them, and that Jeremiah Cohn basically came from nowhere, right? Jeremiah Cohn, she does not know Jeremiah Cohn. She does not understand Jeremiah Cohn's support. And by the way, at the time, Jeremiah Cohn was still supporting the incumbent, George Weah. They had not yet decided whether or not he was going to run or not. And so my question to you is, did you guys have a conversation about? And then she said, well, if it was Yomi Kaka Lawrence, she would be okay because Yomi had been around. She knows Yomi Kaka Lawrence and so forth and so on. Did you guys have a conversation about this position, or was it something ALP was leaning towards?
Well, yes, Robert, we are politicians, and so we did discuss these things. We knew that we could not work with Jeremiah. We just knew it. And I don't know how solid their position was on it, but I know what mine was. Mine was unchangeable. There was under no condition I could work with Jeremiah Cohn. I mean, this guy, this guy's a horrible guy. There is a report out on this guy. He used government money. He took $1 million through the budget to support his hospital. When the news broke, he took the hospital and turned it all to the government. He's a horrible guy. He's everything that I've been preaching against. And like what I told the Liberian people today when I appeared briefly on the Costa show, you all say I'm a traitor, I betray you, I disappointed you. But you, the Liberian people who support Joe Boakai and Jeremiah Cohn, you're the real traitors. You know why? All of us were saying Jeremiah Cohn, Prince Johnson, they're all horrible people. But the moment Joe Boakai picks Jeremiah Cohn, overnight, Jeremiah Cohn had a salt to pour moment. He was now a saint. I mean, look at the hypocrisy of the masses. You want to hold me to standards to which you do not hold yourselves? Jeremiah Cohn is a corrupt, sleazy lawmaker who was in bed with the ruling administration, and he didn't even win the Senate seat the right way. He had to go to the Supreme Court against an opposition figure in Edith Bungalow. Where? And you come lecture me on integrity. Do you, the masses, have integrity? You support a rogue to be running mate, to be rescued too? Prince Johnson, who you say who should take to the war crimes court. Today I see you clapping for Prince Johnson. Alex Tyler, we call corruption King Kong. He's on your side. You're clapping for him. You want to talk about integrity? That is why I have resigned from advocacy. I am a full-fledged politician. The way the Liberian people beat the drum, that's how we're dancing.